This week's edition of Grappler's Keep is brought to you once again by Diet Water. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And as we are entering that time of the year with the beginning of December and everyone's busy getting all of their Christmas shopping lists done up and getting all their decorations up and going, figuring out their Christmas card list, if anyone still sends those out anymore, and other busy preparations to get ready for the upcoming holiday season. Make sure while you're busy doing that you take care of yourself real well and don't let yourself get too dehydrated. And the best way to do that is with that one product that has all of that great water taste, but still none of those dreaded water calories, especially with all the holiday eating coming up. The one, the only Diet Water. This product's only available in stores where it's sold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are time zone wise on this island earth. This is Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye, your host here for Hawkeye's Old Time Gaming Emporium. It is Saturday night, so Virgil, the caramel cyborg, is there behind the counter. He's our soda jerk. He's getting ready our world famous 1, 2, 3 parfaits as Tori takes you to your favorite table or booth, or maybe you're part of the fun bunch sitting at the serving counter and spinning around on those red foam cushioned stools. Either way, everyone's relaxing and getting ready for a good time because Saturday is also the day for Grappler's Keep, our WWE 2K25 universe, where number characters from all of your favorite tabletop RPGs compete in a ring that we call the Dice Tray. We're just 2 weeks out from our last premium live event. That would have been Dirty Deeds, and we had a lot of things happen. Not much in the way of title changes, but we've definitely had some interesting things going on, including some surprise match interruptions that have led to rivalries that'll be happening up here. An old rivalry still going on. And who knows, other things may be happening as well. We won't find out till we get going on those matches. Thank you very much, Krellin, for that Tier 1 subscription. We appreciate those subscriptions very much. And for that, let's get you... Just let me do what I want to do here, machine. Let me get just for Krellin. Let's get you a nice little root beer float for that subscription. Good to see you there, Wandering Silence. So, we've been out for a couple of weeks. Give me time to get some prep done for the upcoming series and all that. We have another premium live event coming up in 6 shows. That will be the Fiendish Stockade. So that will be, see what kind of matches we can get ready up for that. But get my tongue working here. So with all that happening, let's go ahead and get things started here as we go head towards our show tonight. Dare enter the Dice Tray? Welcome to Grappler's Keep. All right, let's get caught up on all the news that has happened from the premium live event. Varja emerged victorious against Gelna in this very highly anticipated match, the one that started it all off last 2 weeks ago. The Grapplers Keep Universe anticipated this matchup would decide the end of their rivalry, but it's clear neither superstar is ready to put this contest to rest. They are still going at it, feuding, everyone. Rule M came out on top over Curtis the Pistol Powell at the end of their rivalry and took the spotlight. And Grappler's keep with his victory. The success tonight has caught the attention of fans to see how much of his potential is fulfilled in his future matches and if he can push further past that. Yeah, Rule M definitely had the upper hand in a lot of this. Wandering Silence, you're boring Marduk, and you don't even know if he's on the card yet. I mean, that's taken fan hatred to new extremes here. And Neil Kaio was the only title change that we had as she won the Women's Hunters Mark, despite interference by one Feline Locke, and we'll see what the repercussions are from that as we go. So let's look at tonight's card. We have a bunch of good ones here. We're going to be starting out with Varja versus Gelna, so let's go ahead and get things started. As we know, there is no love lost between these two, and they are still going at it in the training center and everywhere else where they seem to be. So this rivalry is not over with by any stretch of the imagination. At least it seems not yet. These two have gone from tag team partners to what appears to be very bitter enemies. Gelna has not given up yet. No, she has not. So let's head back to Diet Water Arena. All right, here comes Varja coming out first. Oh, I thought I had that taken out of there, so I need to fix that. Still listing them as tag team, doing their tag team name. I thought I had that taken out when I was updating things. Unless the Steel Maiden status. I thought I had taken that out, unless the game's automatically still leaving it in. Don't know for sure. But Varja, it's like the fetters have been taken off of her, and she has been training with such a vengeance lately. And at the training center here. Like I think she wants to prove that she's going to be the new force to be reckoned with among the women in the singles division. So Cheryl Aranoma, watch your back. She's got her sights set on you. And here comes her opponent. Making her way down the ring, here's Gelna. She wants to get revenge for her loss at Dirty Deeds. Since this is going to be a regular match, no playing with toys out of the toy box. Should give her a little bit more equal footing. As our Valkyrie makes her way into the ring, ready to get things started. All right, Varja set and ready to go, as is Gelna. Both look pretty relaxed. And there's the bell, and here we go. Collar elbow hookup to start it all off. And Gelna is the one who gets the power advantage. Has her up against the ropes. Ref wants a clean break and gets it. And now here comes Gelna with the big boot. After a clean break, throws her down. Nice little rope-assisted foot stomp there. And she's got those boots working. Those boots were made for wrestling and stomping, and she's not afraid to put them to use. Collar elbow hook up again. And now it's Varja getting the upper hand. Ref wants a clean break and gets it. Varja comes in with a clean shot after the break, pulls her out hard into the turnbuckle. Pulls her out, bounces her in there again. And now hammerlocking the arm around the ring rope before she's forced to break. Now another big stomp. And now it's alley-oop time. Gelna got off to a good start, but now it's Varja taking control. Hard whip into the other corner. Puts her up top. Never a safe place to be. And just throws her off the top rope down onto the mat. Pulls her up into the ropes. Big running double X handle shot. Stomps her down. Little flexing there. Now a big stomp to the back. Grabs the arm and she's going to pin it down and stomp on the fingers. Guess who's going to need a new manicure in the morning. But now here comes Gelna coming right back. Big strike there. And ripcords her right into a lariat, but doesn't even get a 1 count. Ref didn't quite get there in time. Varja strikes back into the ropes, picks her up. Little tilt-a-whirl slam. Hits some kicks there, and now is bringing her up, going for a power sit-out power bomb, and nails it. Gelna's been getting some activity here, but it's still been mostly Varja. It goes up top. Big elbow drop from the top rope. That may finish her off. No! The Shield Maiden still fights on. Varja pulls her up to her feet. Big forearm strike there. Electric chair lift. And flapjacks her down. Hitting the ropes now. She's going to go for another pin attempt. And again. Gelna showing some resiliency there. Kicks out at 2. Goes for a kick and misses. Gelna is ready. Holds on to the leg. Gets 2 punches in. Measures things out, and now another big stomp. Pulls her up, slams her down. And now she's going to some ground and pound. Varja is nasty, but Gelna is actually the taller of the two. She's got some strength when she wants to use it. Wraps her up. Has her up. She's going for the Valkyrie slam. Nope, just throws her down. Now hooks the leg. And it's a 2 count. Grabs her by the legs. Looks like she's going for a Boston Crab. Nope. She's going for the spin. Throws her towards the corner. Now goes up. Second rope. Double axe handle shot. We're seeing some aggressiveness we've not seen a lot out of Gelna. And looks like she's letting it come out. Mocking Varja to get up to her feet. Goes right after a big punch there. And Varja strikes back. And the slap fight begins. Gelna blocks that one. Gets 2 shots in. We're seeing a tough side that we haven't seen from Gelna here in the past. She's getting more shots in than Varja is. I think Gelna's trying to show the world that she can be tough. And a nasty drop kick out of nowhere. Caught Varja totally by surprise. Flips her over. Wrapping her legs up. And she's doing the surfboard stretch there. Has to break it because of the ropes. And now a spear. Varja gets right back up, right for a punch. She gets hooked up again. But no, nice reversal by Varja. Has her by the back of the head and now hard into the turnbuckle. Pulls her out, bounces her in there again, strike to the back. Pulls her out, and now is going to try to hit her with her own move. Nope, just buckle bombs her right in there. Another alley-oop out of the corner. Gelna trying to get herself up using the ropes in the corner. And Varja's right there. And now just has the boot right on the chin, trying to cut off the airflow. But nope, Gelna's got a hold of the leg, throws her down. And now she's going up top rope, waiting for Varja to get up. Is up all the way, and a missile shot off the top. Goes for a stomp and misses. Kick to the back of the leg by Varja, but walks into another kick, goes up. Military slam. Holds her up on the shoulder. And a running power slam. Hooks the leg. This could finish Varja off. No, only 2 count. And now she's going for some old-fashioned ground and pound here. But walks right into a quick kick. Varja rolls her over. Schoolgirl roll-up. And Gelna kicks out. And rolls right into a body press to hold her down. And gets the pin. And the victory, a hard-fought one, this time goes to Gelna, but looks like she is hurt. Varja's looking a little worse for the wear, too. These two were going at it hard in there. I think the mutual hatred is showing and has taken its toll on both of them. But the victory goes to Gelna. Get to see a toughness side of her that we've not seen a whole lot of in the past. And now we've got a triple threat match coming up here. As former holder of the Women's Hunter's Mark lost it at Dirty Deeds, Jayla Fast Shadow will be going up against Belle Sanders and against Pickens Sarlano. This is going to be a fun and interesting matchup here. Triple threat, again, is basically you're fighting against all three, but you only have to pin or submit one of the opponents. You do not have to take them both out. Coming out first is Belle Sanders. All right, Belle out of the Weird Wild West. Former Lady of Valor Women's Champion. Trying to work her back up into title contention status. Best shot in the West, from what we have been told. Well, she isn't anymore because she's no longer there. She's here due to some sort of time matrix vortexing thing that pulled her and several others out of the Weird Wild West to here. And looks like she is set and ready. Jayla Fast Shadow, our halfling druid, making her way to the ring out of course, the fantasy realm. Had a good run going with the Women's Hunter's Mark, but unfortunately she lost that belt to Nael Caillo despite intervention on her behalf, or at least intervention against her opponent Nael Caillo. Hoping to make a good showing here. A win here would help get her back on that track. And the third opponent out of Andromeda. Picking Sarlano from the Andromeda Galaxy, that she says is the most superior galaxy in the universe, and she is its most superior wrestler. And she's made a good show of it here. That is for certain. This will be an interesting matchup. Again, you don't have to defeat. This is an elimination match. All you have to do is pin or submit one wrestler. Bill staying loose. Jalen's got game face going. And Pickin looks ready as well. There's the bell, and here we go. And Pickin goes right after Jayla with a spear. And Bell's waiting there with a big kick, and now quick schoolgirl roll up, but Jayla's there to break it up. And Bell comes over the big clobbering clothesline there. Pickin goes after her, scoops her up. Nice little fall-away slam, almost hit Jayla. Jayla does a big stomp. They both try to go after her instead. Pickin goes after Jayla, but Bell's there first. Big leg sweep, and Jayla's not wasting any time. She's going right to the toy box. She's got the kendo stick. Waiting to see who's standing. Into the corner goes Bell, and from behind hits Pickin. Bell takes advantage, slams Pickin down, and now Jayla's going all over. Quick DDT there. Pickin back up to her feet. Jayla going right after her. Fireman's carry. Rolling senton there. Some ground and pound. Before she can do that, Bell gets her big boots in the way. Jayla fights back as Pickin tries to get back up onto her feet. Down goes Bell. Big jawbreaker there. Pickin comes back in. Big splash that hits no one by Jayla. And now Pickin and Bell take the battle outside. Jayla picks up the kendo stick. Big slam there. But Bell's waiting for Jayla. Throws her aside on the Eldritch Blast safety mats. And now a big kick to the back. And now she has Jayla, throws her hard into the ring apron. She's the only one standing right now. Now some ground and pound. Pickin waiting for her moment, then hits the spear. And now Jayla throws her to the side. Mocks Bell to get to her feet. She does. Tries to go to the toy box, but Jayla interferes. Pickin watching as a flurry of kicks. As we'll let her weaken her down and then go in. But nope, Bell's ready. Throws her into the corner hard. Jayla throws Bell towards the entrance ramp. Shotgun drop kick hits the leg. But Bell scoops her up and body slams her hard onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Here comes Pickin back out of the ring and walks right into the Cyclone kick. But now pops right back up. Walks right into a hip toss. Does Bell Sanders. Jayla going to the toy box. Runs into Jayla, who pulls out the sledgehammer. Hits one, then both. Goes after Bell with it again. Now throws it aside. Let's see if anyone comes back inside. Pickin with the kendo stick, but Jayla interrupts her before she can do anything. Bell gets back up to her feet. She watches Pickin get free from Jayla. Knocks her down, schoolgirl roll up. Bell comes in for the save. Trying to stop either one of them as they keep reversing the pins. Jayla all over the back of Bell Sanders there. And now Pickin gets a kick in. Bell Sanders gets a kick in on Pickin. And Jayla's got the kendo stick waiting. Pickin punches her way free from that. Drop kick misses, but that kendo stick doesn't. Jayla gets the strikes in on Pickin. Nope, Pickin blocks that one. Pulls her into a lariat and goes for the pin as Bell is outside of the ring recovering. Only a 1 count. Picken looks to see where Belle is while she waits for Jayla to get up, gets a strike in. Nice, quick little suplex there. Belle's back up to her feet as everyone else goes out to the opposite side of the ring. Standing moonsault. As Picken looks like she's heading towards the ring or the toy box, one or the other. Nope, it's the toy box. As here comes Belle following. She's got a baseball bat. Belle interrupts that. Tries to throw under the steps, but misses. Instead, picks her up over the shoulder throw. Now Belle comes after Jayla, but Jayla's there first. Skull breaker there. Now here comes Picken. Stream gone? Okay, let me fix things here. Let me get things reloaded. All right. Things should be back up. Let me know if they're not, Krellin. As we have Picken going after Jayla. Deadlifts her. Has her up. Military press style. And just drops her down on the Eldritch Blast safety mats. She heads back into the ring as Belle charges after her. Belle stands over Jayla. She's got a hold of her, throws her in. Picken comes after Belle, wraps her up. But instead gets bulldogged by Belle. Okay, everything's back. That's good. Jayla's got the kendo stick again as Belle tries to throw Picken into the ring. She stops at the ring apron. Everyone's still outside. Jayla tastes the apron. Gets a stomp. Now Picken comes after Belle. Belle's got her. Slams her into the ring apron. This is just going back and forth all over the place. No one's really getting an advantage. Nice reverse slam there by Jayla. Now there's a new kendo stick in town. Picken throws it like a javelin. Hits Jayla, throws her into the ring. We have two in the ring now. Double axe handle shot from the second rope by Belle. She's going to go for a pin while Picken is grandstanding. Jayla kicks out at 2. And now everyone's back inside the ring. Hard whip into the corner by Picken. Bounces her in there. Shot to the kidneys. And now a big clothesline by Jayla. Takes out Picken. Goes after Belle. Throws her hard into the corner. Jayla picks up the kendo stick, but Picken interrupts her. Hard into the apron again as Belle recovers in the corner. Picken and Jayla going at it. And now, here's a third kendo stick. Sure, why not? Everyone has a kendo stick. Hits Picken with it from behind. Jayla knocks it out from her. Pulls her up, fireman's carry. Sit out slam there. Picken back up. Throws her completely out of the way. Chooses to go after her rather than Belle. Hits her with a running boot. And now here comes Belle Sanders. Nope, she's going to go into the ring. Military press again. Showing that strength. And just drops her on the Eldritch Blast mats again. But nice little trip up there by Jayla. Now wrapped up. Has her stretched up and over. Glam slams her down. Now mocks Belle Sanders to come get her. Comes out the other side. Picken going to the toy box. Gets out a chair but does not get to use it. Big series of knee shots there. Down goes Picken. Jayla goes inside the ring. Belle follows. Now Jayla goes outside. Some mind games going on here between the two. Here comes Picken. Everyone's inside. Exchanging strikes. Pump handle slam down by Belle. And springboard Superman punch by Jayla. Pulls Belle up to her feet. Has her up. Looks like she's going for the blight and hits it. But only a 2 count. No, that was the entangle. Belle rolls outside. Jayla trying to get up to her feet as Picken's back up. Big forearm strike there in the corner. Bill picks up the baseball bat as Pickens stomping all over and then uses it half club, half spear. Doesn't look like it connected well. Pickens got it, going at it, has her up. Nails her with the Andromeda and gets the win. I think they had a sale on kendo sticks going on at Meijer this week. Yeah, this was kind of weird. Toys all over the place. But the victory goes to Pickens Sarlano. And now we have another women's match here. Singles this time as Warble will be going up against Desiree Bouveau. This will be a fun match. Former champion against the former holder of the bag of holding. She tried to cash it in a few weeks ago, about a month ago, against Cheryl. Did not quite work. So let's see if Warble can pull off the victory once, like she did at Dirty Deeds over Desiree. All right, coming out, she is our Kenku Rogue out of the fantasy realm. Former holder of the Lady of Valor Championship after she cashed in the women's bag of holding, the women's Hunter's Mark. She may be a rogue, but she quickly has become a favorite of the fans. And since this is a regular match, we won't have kendo sticks all over being used like toothpicks all over the place. All right, looks like Warble is set. Here comes her opponent, the belle of every ball, performer of stage and ring. It's Desiree Bouveau. Held the Lady of Valor Women's Championship belt for about 2 or 3 weeks, only to lose it to Cheryl, her biggest rival here, Cheryl Aranoma. And has been doing what she can ever since to try to get that belt back around her waist. Getting herself set up and ready to go. Has proven herself to be a formidable wrestler. Don't let the book cover fool you. Looks like Warble is set, as is Desiree. There's the bell, and here we go. Mutual strikes, and now it's the Kenku all over the place. Grabs a hold of her, big face slam down. Another stomp. Now a nice little elbow drop. Slams the arm down. And now some ground and pound. Walks right into a quick kick from Desiree, who gets right back up. Kick to the gut. Has her up. And looks like she wants to go for a power bomb, and does. Big stomp to the gut. Waits for her to get up and slams her down again. Now goes after the arm. Mocks her to get to her feet. Now goes right after. Whip into the ropes. Doesn't wait. Quick little hip toss. Holds the arm out. Big stomp right on the shoulder. Working her way around. As they're set up, big kick to the back. Rolls her over. Sets her up. Big stomp right to the face with those high heels. And now she's going for some more ground and pound. Finishes it with a slap across the face. Moves her to the side and a big kick to the back. Mocking Warble to get to her feet. And she does. Goes right after her. Desiree is trying to take control, but Warble elbows her way free. Goes up. Kenku flip from the top rope. Got her standing. And now Desiree rolls outside to get things put back together. They're both outside. That's where this Kenku does her best work. Snapmare. Drop kick to the back of the head. And now she's going up top. Waits for Desiree to get up. And a Hurricane Rana from the top. Rope down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. The announcer and timekeeper getting out of the way. As Warble is just all over Desiree. Leaping knee drop right there. And suddenly Warble's the one in control here. Throws her down towards the steps. May have hit those steel steps. As the count goes to 5. Desiree's back up onto her feet. She should make it in and does. Warble waits for her using the ref as a shield. But Desiree's right up. Nice little face slam right down. Caught her by surprise. Didn't get the pin. Thought she was going to get it. Be able to sneak one in there. As puts Desiree up on the ropes now. Whips her across the ring. Goes for a kick and misses too soon. But catches her with a leaping 5-arm. Off the ropes. Goes to the ropes again. Another double axe handle shot. Big stomp to the gut. Goes for the shoulder now. Warble's going outside the ring. Now she comes back in. Changed her mind. Has the boot right on the chest. And a big stomp there. And down goes Desiree. Warble flips her over. Goes for the pin. But only a 1 count. Pulls her up. Has the head scissors going. Desiree rolls out of it to get free. And now goes after Warble. Throws her into the ropes. Nice toe drop takedown. And a little chiropractic walk up the spine. Wraps her up. Has her jawbreaker. And down she goes. Another big stomp. A second one. Measures things out. Big strike there, quick kick, and hits her with the kiss goodnight. Waits for her to get up, and hits the high heel. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin, but only 2. Lots of shock, but not enough awe to finish it. She's waiting for her to get back up to her feet again. Big strike there, no, blocked. Quick kick wraps her up. Hits her with the mocker. No, that was the Warbler's call, the DDT. And the Warbler's call knocks her out. And the win goes to Warble. All right, big win for Warble. And now we will go to, whoop, one too far. We have Komona with her newly enlisted manager, Grandmaster Krellin, the founder of the Lightning League and the white member of the Lightning League, along with his mentor and pupil, Komona, will be going up against Lorana. Komona is called in help after getting attacked by, for some reason, both members of Paws and Claws seem to have something against Komona. We don't know what it is for sure, but Komona now has a manager at her side in Krellin, so she'll be going up tonight against Lorana. There's the theme for the Lightning League. There they are, Grandmaster Krellin and Komona.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, accompanied by the Terror Crusher from Neo Osaka, Green Hero.
Along with their manager Krellin, they're in the corner. It was a successful premiere as Komona was able to take out Jiashi at Dirty Deeds. And now Krellin is at her side. She'll be going up against, out of the fantasy realm, our Fawn Master of the Sage School of Martial Arts. It is Lorana. Making her way down to the ring. Has had good success here. Has held the Hunter's Mark a couple of times. Now looks to make another run towards that. Hello, Prax. Good to have you with us here tonight. And with that, looks like Lorana's ready to go. Komona is set, as is Lorana. Krellin's in the corner. There's the bell, and here we go. Komona comes right out after, goes right for the waist lock. Has it locked in pretty good, but Lorana breaks free and now reverses it. Now has Komona locked in, and Komona shows her strength as well and reverses it back. See Krellin shouting out instructions, and now nice little snapmare right into a headlock by Lorana. Stretches the body out to put some more pressure on that neck. Komona trying to figure out a way to get free. Now is able to get her back to her vertical base, and a nicely executed jawbreaker. Big forearm strike there. And Komona gets hit with one of her own from Lorana. Now collar elbow hookup. See Krellin shouting out instructions, and Lorana pushes her up against the ropes. Ref wants a clean break. Let's see if he gets one. He does. Lorana comes right in with the first strike, and now they hook up again. This time Komona goes right into the headlock. Komona's able to reverse into a hammerlock with the arm. Komona trying to stay up on her feet. Reverses it around, a hammerlock to the back. Nice little reversal move here. We're seeing some good chain wrestling out of both of these. We've not seen that usually out of Komona, and now Lorana reverses it. It's got to be some influence with Krellin now there with Krellin now in her corner, shouting out instructions. Lorana trips Komona up, hooks up, throws her down, and now a stomp to the back of the head. Lorana's going to go up, second rope, and a knee drop. Flips Komona over. but only a 2 count. Big stomp to the shoulder. Now has the head scissors going there, hits it with an elbow. Krellin didn't like that. Komona rolls outside, and it works out good for her. Gives her a chance to regroup. Throws Lorana into the ring apron. Looks like she's, don't know what kind of move that was. Looked impressive, but it didn't do much. Hard into the corner goes Komona, and now a big knee to the gut, but she gets the boot up, catches Lorana right in the face. Puts her up on the ropes. Series of kicks there, down she goes. And now using both ropes to her advantage, the boot on the chin. We're seeing a little viciousness that we haven't seen in the past out of Komona. Has her up. And now single leg Boston Crab. Trying to get a submission. Nice reversal there by Lorana. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Goes for a shoulder block and misses. Komona avoids that. Her kick misses. And now a rollover, and the Seder lock is locked in on Komona. He's got to try to find a way to get out. And she does somehow. Big kick there by Lorana. Big clubbing forearm to the back. Krellin working with the crowd, trying to help Komona get up. But she's still face down, arm pulled over. A big stomp to the shoulder. Now she's going to go up top. Top rope, and an elbow drop that missed. Komona was rolling around in pain, and Lorana actually missed, but Komona is still stunned. Quick kick there, another one. And now nice little rolling forearm clothesline there. She waits for Komona to get up, wraps her up, hits her with the key point. Goes for the pin. And it is over. So despite the help of Krellin, Komona is not able to pull it out this time, and Lorana is there with the victory. Good win for Lorana there. Now, let us go. We're going to have some microphone promo time here. Goldie Boone had a title shot going against Cheryl Aranoma, but Chastity York interfered, reversed the tide of the match, which led to Goldie Boone, helped contribute to Goldie Boone losing a chance to get the Lady of Valor belt around her waist once again. So now Goldie has her eye set on revenge, going after the steampunk half of Thrill and Chill, the one, Chastity York. This is going to be an interesting series of matches here for sure. We've not seen her much. Yeah, wrestling with the Fey realm, it becomes a little bit more challenging, Krellin. So that's probably going to be something that you're going to have to just look at film and get some good scouting training going. As I get something here I need to help prepare that I needed for this match that I forgot that I didn't have. There we go. So with that, let's head to Diet Water Arena. And coming out first, it is Goldie Boone.
Making her way to the ring, representing the good guys from Carson City, Nevada, Gould E. Boone.
All right. Wandering Silence isn't here tonight for this one. He must have had a previous engagement to be at. So Goldie's going to be by herself, but I'm sure all the training that they've been doing during the break will still keep her in good hands. As she gets herself set and ready to go. And And she's going to the mic. She's definitely stating how she feels about Chastity York and is calling her out. And here she comes. Half of the former tag team champion, Thrill and Chill. Chastity York. Making her way down, can fix or repair anything, even a match. Goldie says she wants her one-on-one. And she's about to get it. We've not seen her a whole lot in singles action. Not feeling well, I can understand that. We'll see how Goldie does here on her own. Goldie's set, so is Chastity. There's the bell, here we go. Collar elbow hookup to start everything off. And Goldie goes right to the headlock. Has that locked in good. And nice little lift reversal shoulder drop by Chastity. Nice little crucifix there as Goldie tried to set up another move. Measures things out and hits her with a running knee. Flips her over. And hits her with the knee breaker. Stomp on the ankle, definitely going after the legs here. Has her wrapped up and she's going for a figure four. Going right for the knee. Breaks it, doesn't go for the submission, trying to weaken her more than anything else. And now here comes Goldie. Collar elbow hook up again. And Chastity has her up against the ropes. Ref looks for a clean break and gets it. Goldie comes, Chastity came right in for the chop, and now they hook up again. And now waist lock by Chastity. Goldie trying to get loose. Still struggling to get free. A nice arm drag reversal, gets in a headlock of her own. Breaking hard now. Chastity tries to get up to her feet and does. Goldie still has the headlock going. Now is able to reverse it over and hammerlock the arm of Goldie. Goldie struggling to keep her vertical base now. Goes down to a knee. Now gets back up. Struggling to get loose. And a nice little trip maneuver there by Chastity. She's going to go right for a pin. But only a 2 count. Measures her up and the neck snap. Waiting for Goldie to get to her feet. Goes up top rope. And a missile drop kick. Nails it perfectly. Goes up second rope. Goes for a leg drop and misses. Nobody home. Goldie trying to take advantage. Hits a knee breaker of her own onto Chastity. Big boot stomp there. Holds her up. Shoulder cruncher there. Stomp to the back. Elbow drop. And now Goldie trying to take control of the match here. Pulls Chastity up to her feet. Wraps her up. Now is going to take her over to the corner. Nope. Chastity's going to elbow her way free. And now whips Goldie into the corner. Nope. Big elbow by Goldie to get out. Another forearm strike. Wraps her up from behind. Has her set. And the Bulldog. Big stomp to the back again. Hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 2 count. Goldie's going up, but before she can, a big shoulder block by Chastity. Knocks her off the ring apron and on to the Eldritch Blast safety mats. As Goldie gets to her feet, Chastity's up on the top rope. Nice little somersault landing there on to Goldie. Does the full 360, now has her by the back of the head. Throws Goldie back inside the ring. Rolls her over. And now goes for the pin. But only a 1 count. Has her by the arm. And now is doing the full finger pull all the way on the arm, stretching it out. Now releases it. She's going to go up second rope again. Waiting for Goldie to get to her feet. And a nice drop kick there. As she mocks Goldie to get to her feet once again. No, big elbow shot by Goldie. Big chop there. Chastity blocks that one, gets a punch in of her own. Goldie trying to get back into this match, but Chastity keeps blocking it. Now hammerlocking that arm around the rope before she's forced to break at the 5 count. Big series of kicks there. Swing and a miss there. Now comes Goldie with a big strike. And there's Chastity, open hand. And now the slap fight begins. Goldie not afraid to get into a fight like this. Neither is Chastity. Good series of shots there by Chastity. And now Goldie blocks and gets one in, and a big chop. Now they're exchanging them back and forth. Nope, blocked by Chastity. She gets more in. Goldie gets a shot in. Chastity gets one, and now the hockey fight begins. Let's see who comes out on top of this. Nope, neither of them do. Kind of a mutual. Roll over, small package out of nowhere. Only a 1 count. But Goldie going right after it. Pulls her away from the ropes. Wraps her up. Scoops her up, big body slam down. Has her up again. Big series of strikes, has her trapped in the corner. Picks her up, inverted atomic drop. Down she goes. And now the ground and pound begins. Pulls her again, pulls her away from the ropes. Hits the yeehaw. Leg split, leg drop, holds her down for the pin, but only a 2 count. And looks like Goldie's a little bit bloody in the face, as is Chastity. Goldie's got the strikes going, has her wrapped up, punch to the head there. Has her up, sleeper slam. Chastity tries to roll away. Goldie's right there, scoops her up, and drops her neck first right onto the rope. She's going up top. Time for the cowgirl elbow. She's calling her shot. Hits it. Hooks the leg, goes through the pin. And the victory. Usually we don't see a crimson mask on the ladies. I guess it's maybe not blood, it's just a lot of red skin. But a hard-earned victory for Goldie Boone. All right, we're going to go to our next match. Wait, hold on. I hear we have something going on backstage in the lot area. We're going to cut right to there. And Jarduk Munka is attacking Curtis Powell backstage. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like maybe they've had enough of his losses to Rulem all these past weeks. Has him up for a power bomb. There's Laura Dowda there. Power slams him onto the crates. And now has him up. He's going to step like for a fall away slam or something like that. is holding him up. Has him up there. Still going at it there. Curtis is fighting his way, is trying to fight his way loose. Throws him in to the ring, into the crates there. Lore's all over him there. The battle continues. Jardik is all over him again. Slams him hard onto those crates. Using the chair on him now. Now Lore has the baseball bat and down he goes. Rufus is in the ring. He's defending the Hunter's Mark, and he's scheduled against Rule M. Wait a minute. This is the music for the Triangle. Oh no. It can't be. Rule M has gone rogue? Curtis Powell has been thrown out of the Triangle and has been replaced by Rule M, but Rule M was supposed to be... Has Rule M been working us all this time, making us think he's reformed? Why has Rule M joined up with Jardik Munka and the Triangle? Has all of this been a lie up till now, what Rule M's been doing, trying to earn his way back to society? Has it all been a ruse up till now? It appears we've been had, everyone. This is for the Hunter's Mark. There's the bell, and here we go. And Rufus is coming right after him now. Rule M reverses with a hip toss. Goes for a moonsault off the rope and misses completely. Rufus is right on top of him. Throws him over the ropes. Now Rufus not only has Rule M to contend with, he's also got to keep his eye out for Jardik and Lore. And he's right there. Rule M gets a kick to try to reverse things here. None of the game sounds are there. Okay, let me fix it. Thanks. I had to do that while I was swapping video around. Rufus is all over Rule M out there. The other two aren't interfering. They probably do not want to get caught and cost Rule M a chance for the belt so they can get the Hunter's Mark in with them in the Triangle. Rufus goes right after Rule M. Big stomp there. Pulls him up. Big strikes, but then another hip toss by Rule M. Has him by the arm. Big stomps to the back. Boot to the face. Has him hammerlocked. And now just pulling the fingers all the way back. Big knee drop. Goes up top. Moonsault hits this time. Rule M rushes in with a big boot. Rolls him over. Hooks the leg for the pin. But only a 2 count. Big arm strike there. Whips him into the ropes, pulls him up, pops him into a knee, and then an enziguri. Has the leg up, big stomp to the back of the leg onto the Marshall. Rule M waiting for him to get up. And Rufus comes right after him, big strike, and now a double axe handle. Caught him by surprise, has him by the leg, and another enziguri by Rule M. The stomp misses, and a massive bulldog by Rufus. And now he's stomping the water out of the mud puddle. Goes to some ground and pound, goes to what he knows best. More stomps. Doing what he can to take Rulem out. And he hits him out of nowhere with the Comet, but Rufus is right back up. Whip into the ropes. Back body drop. Big kick to the back. He hit him with the Comet, but it wasn't enough. Rufus waiting for Rulem to get to his feet and launches a massive punch off the top rope. A big stomp on the arm, elbow to the back. Another stomp to the hand. Working those big cowboy boots into the ropes. Double axe handle again. Flips him over. Stomp to the back of the head. Another stomp. It's going for whatever targets he can go after to take Rulem out. Again, the big massive stomps on the chest, and Rulem rolls outside to the Eldritch Blast safety mats, and Rufus goes right after him with another double axe handle. Another stomp to the chest. Pulls him up. Throws him back in. Rufus does have the champion's advantage. He cannot lose the belt by a count out. Rulem back up to his feet. And he hits him with the quick draw. Hits him with the rustler. Gets him down, and now he may be waiting for the quick draw right here. There's the kick. And he hits it. Hooks the leg for the pin. And no, it's only a 2 count. Has him by the arm, slams it down. Pernicious Microcomputer C will deal with you in a moment. Double axe handle misses. Rulem rolls him over. Has a leg scissor pin attempt there. Almost pulls it off. Doesn't even get a 1 count. And now he's got him set up. It's going to be time for the dethroner. Only for real. No. Rufus escapes out. Now Rulem elbows his way free. As Rufus whips him hard into the corner. Big boot. No, Rufus misses it and reverses it. Rulem up on the top rope. Has him up. What's he going to go for here? A double hook suplex from the top rope. And now Rulem's right back up and hits him with a skull cracker on his knee. Goes for some ground and pound of his own. A big stomp. And a knee strike. Big forearm strike. Pulls him up. Hard whip into the ropes. Drops down. Leapfrogs over. Big shot to the gut. Has him set up. Ripcord right into a lariat. Hooks the leg for the pin. Only a 1 count. Springboard moonsault. Nails it. Waits for him to get to his feet. He's going to wrap him up. Will this be a dethroner for real? He has him up. And nails it. Hooks the leg for the pin as Jarduk cheers on in the background. And still only a 2 count. Yeah, he's been recovering quick here. Another stomp there. Rolls him over. Deadlifts him up. Power bomb. Flips him over. And a big knee shot. Almost like a shining wizard there. Rufus tries to get to the corner. Boot rakes across the face, into the ropes, and a big running boot. I'm not sure how much more Rufus can take. Big strike there. Has him from behind. Uppercut to the back of the head. Hooks the leg. I'm not sure if Rufus has anything left. And we have a new holder of the Hunter's Mark, but even scarier. Rulem, he's a super villain now, is a part of the triangle. Jarduk Munka has booted out the pistol and replaced it with the ultimate supervillain, Rulem. All I can say is, Novar, look out. The game has just changed. All right, now in other action, we have Niall Caillo, who is now our lady holder of the Women's Hunters Mark. At Dirty Deeds, she defeated Jayla Fast Shadow despite interference by Feline Locke, and now Niall has her, even though she has the Hunter's Mark around her waist, she has her eyes targeted on Feline Locke. Let's head back to Whitewater Arena. I'm sure everything is still abuzz with what happened that we just saw now. The attack on Curtis Powell by Lore and Jarduk. And now Rulem is the new member of the Triangle. Niall is going over what happened at Dirty Deeds. And she's calling out Feline Locke. And here she comes. Coming out to see her face to face, microphone in hand. Feline has a lot to explain for herself. As Niall's talking about how she was able to win despite her interference. She says, let's not wait. Let's do it right here, right now. They nod their faces. Yes, the ref is ready. Microphone's tossed to the side. And they are going right at it. I think collar elbow hookup. This is not for the belt. This is not a title defense, per se. Niall throws Feline back. They hook up again. Niall wraps that arm around, has that wrist lock going. Cranking on the arm there of Feline. Twists it around, jerks on the arm. Twists that wrist some more. She goes down to the knee, trying to get loose. Wraps it again, and now goes into a hammerlock with it. Pulling that elbow back. Feline trying to get free, goes down to one knee. Now gets herself back up again. It looks like we're having connection issues again. Niall throws her down. But only a 1 count. Has her by the chin. Twisting on that neck. Like we're having unstable signal issues. We may have a freeze here. Let me stop things here for a moment on the actual match. Get this thing back hooked up here. I don't know what's going on tonight. Probably Vince McMahon is scared of me, or not Vince, but Triple H must fear that I'm going to steal ratings from him away from Saturday night's main event going on. So let's get things restarted here. I'll wait for you guys to get caught up. Let's get back going here. Niall mocking Feline to get back up to her feet. Collar elbow hook up again. And now Feline has the waist lock going. Trying to slow Niall down. Niall trying to get free. Now Feline reverses things, rolls things over, schoolgirl roll up, but only able to get a 1 count. And now slams her face down onto the mat, blocking Niall to get up. Niall's back up to her feet. Scooped up by Feline, body slam. Measures her out, a big stomp. And now some ground and pound by the Ice Queen. Measures her up, drop kick right to the back. Big stomp to the gut. Now wraps her up underneath, going for a Rings of Saturn here. Has it locked in, but no. Neil gets it free quick, wraps her up, and tilt-a-whirls around into a DDT. Feline right back up. Big clubbing forearm shot. Neil rolls out of the way of that one. They hook up again, and nice quick suplex by Feline. Big stomp to the shoulder. Leaping knee drop right onto Neil, who rolls outside to try to regroup. Feline lock going up top. Waiting for Neil to get to her feet. Leaps and a body splash all the way down onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Holding the arm down. Is going to stomp on the hand, it looks like. Measures things out now. Pulls Neil up to her feet. Throws her back into the ring. Neil pops up. Locks up and goes up. Another Hurricane Rana. Measures her up. Goes for the head scissors. Locking it in good. Feline rolls free. Big kick there by Neil. Forearm shot. And now has Neil by the back of the head and hard into the turnbuckle. Pulls her out, scoops her up. Big body slam down. Neil goes up, second rope, kicks Feline away, and double axe handle from behind. Feline took her eyes off. Now she goes up top. Hits the Jupiter bomb, but nobody home. Feline, quick with the forearm strike to the head, hooks the leg. And only a 2 count. Feline waiting for her to get up. Neil up to her feet, goes for a kick and misses, but hits that one. Now wraps her up. Looks like she's going to go for a power bomb and nails it. Into the rope. Leaping elbow drop. Now she waits for Neil to get to her feet. Wraps her up. Scoops her up. Body slam down. Neil trying to get to the corner to get up to her feet. Feline waits, and a quick kick to the gut, and a quick kick out by Neil. Now a big flurry of strikes. Cartwheel, scissor slam. And now Neil going to the corner, waiting for Feline to get to her feet. Hits her with the asteroid. Hooks the leg, goes for the pin. But only a 1 count. Pulls Feline up to her feet. Series of kicks. Runs in to try to remove. Feline blocks it. Now whips Neil into the ropes. Drops down. Leapfrogs over. Wraps her up. Hits the snowball. Hooks the leg. And it's over. Non-title match, but Feline makes the message known. Feline Lock gets the victory over Neil Caillo. That was not for the belt. This was not a sanctioned match for the belt, but maybe this will get her a privileged shot at the Hunter's Mark. All right, now let's go to some men's action here as we have an interesting matchup here. We have the Demolition Squad, Scooter and Chaos going up against the Lucha Gnomes, Zarzer Black Belt and Traybar Twinback. So we're going to have Power versus the aerial exploits of the Luchador. We'll see which side comes out on top with this one. Let's head right back to Diet Water Arena. And hopefully we won't have any more signal interruptions. Coming out first, it is Chaos and Scooter. They are out of the wastelands of the post-apocalyptic world of RPGs. Scooter, the self-proclaimed Baron of the Wasteland, says he and his bodyguard Chaos chased out, and now they're here as they prepare to go back.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 525 pounds, Skew, Terry, and Demolition.
All right, they are in the ring. Always a formidable duo. Scooter, the more athletic of the two. Chaos is the power of the group. But don't let his size fool you. He does have some good athletic skill there as well. He's not just muscle. As they prepare to take on a team that will push them to the limit, that is for sure. All right, they are set. And here come their opponents. Zarzer in the back, Traybar in the front. They are our Luchanomes. Making their way down to the ring. Always a challenging tag team. That is for sure. They may be gnomes. They're not the biggest in the world, but they make up for that with their speed and their aerial attack, which can be probably challenging for teams such as the Demolition Squad, which rely more on power. Key for the Luchanomes is to keep them off their feet and not get pushed down, forced down onto the mat. Scooter's going to be starting out against Traybar. There's the bell, and here we go. And Scooter goes right with the quick attacks, has him set up, and face plants Traybar straight down, hard whip into the corner. Chaos strikes from behind. And now Scooter has him as well, headbutt to the back of the head. Flips him over. Big leg to the back, and now he's already going up top rope. Waiting for Traybar to get to his feet. Chaos gets out of the way. Rolling attack misses. Traybar going to take advantage here. Shot to the back. Wraps him from behind. Lifts him up over the shoulder drop. Use his own weight in their favor, and here comes Zarzer. Zalzer runs right in with a quick Hurricane Rana. Stomp to the arm. Another stomp to the arm. Flips him over. Scooter rolls completely out of the way. He didn't want anything to do with that. Zalzer's waiting right there. Brings him into his own corner. Pretty brave. Gets the strike in. Scooter trying to get free. Chaos is also using Chaos to wedge him against the ropes, and springboard body press. Chaos looking for a tag and gets it. And now he'll be in against Zalzer, who caught him with a boot to the gut out of nowhere. Pulls Chaos up to his feet. Scooter still in the ring. Goes for a kick. Chaos blocks that. Elbow to the knee, throws him hard into the corner. Bounces him in face first. Now scoops him up. And an aggressive snake eyes there. Throws the arm down. Zalzer definitely needs to try to reverse things here. Does not want to get into a power struggle with Chaos. Hard whip into the corner. Here's the tag, and here comes Scooter. Double whip into the ropes and a huge double back body drop. Scooter takes over with a knee to the back. And Scooter's going up top. Big leaping elbow drop and nails it. Hooks the leg. Trey Bar there for the save. Zalzer pulled up to his feet by Scooter. Hard whip into the corner. Pulls him out, bounces him in there face first. Big forearm strike to the back. Reverses him around again, and now throws him face first again. Just keeps bouncing him against the turnbuckles there. And now just has the forearm there on the neck, trying to slow down the breathing. Runs off from one side to the other, but walks right into a big boot from Zalzer. Takes advantage, whips him. It tries to hit him in the corner, but hits the ref instead. Unfazed, hits him with a quick clothesline before Scooter can recover. Quick series of strikes here using speed, and down goes Scooter. And with that, there's the tag, and in comes Trebar. Nice. Springboard moonsault. They were both roll outside the ring. Trebar going right for Scooter. Goes up and around. Tornado DDT onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Pulls him up to his feet. But no, Scooter doesn't want any of that. Gets his way loose. Hard whip right into the ring post. Scooter comes back in to avoid that, and moonsault of some sort over the top rope onto Trebar. Big kick to the back, resets the count. Scoops him up, and a face plant straight down onto the floor, but Trebar pops right back up. Scooter goes after Zalzer. Now Trebar's back in, takes advantage, kick to the gut. Knuckle lock going. Got some old school rope work here, and a nice arm drag throw. And looks like with that, he'll head to the corner. Smart move. Tag in the fresh partner. Scooter rushes in, and now Zalzer takes over, lifts him up. Nice little suplex. Looks like he's going for the multicaster here. Has him a second. He's definitely trying to multicast here. He's going for the third and hits it. Hooks the leg for the pin, but nope. Scooter gets into the ropes. Lost track of where he was in the ring. Leaps over. Leaping moonsault over the top rope. And now he's going to go top rope again. 5-star frog splash. Hooks the leg. And Chaos is there for the save. Zalzer doesn't wait, pulls him up. Tries for a double X handle, but Scooter gets an elbow in first. And now all the way across town goes Zalzer into the corner. Here's the tag. Chaos comes in. Has him up. Massive death drop there. Hooks the leg for the pin. And Trebar is there for the save. Big stomp by Chaos. Pulls him up. Lifts him up and just throws him straight down like a sack of potatoes, literally. Pulls him up. Hard whip into the corner. There's the tag. Scooter coming back in. Holding him up for free shot. Double axe handle onto the arm. Goes right after Zalzer. Scoops him up. And Zalzer just rolled snake eyes. And Scooter goes over, tags Chaos in again. Not sure what Chaos is doing here. Giving Zalzer some time to recover as he poses and flexes, and now here comes Chaos, who catches him from behind. Scoops him up. Massive side slam there. Hooks the leg for the pin. He's going for a dirty pin. The ref doesn't see it, but he gets away with it. Gets away with the dirty pin there. Ref did not see it, so it counts. big win for the Demolition Squad there. It may not have been clean, it may not have been legal, but in the books, it does go down as a victory. And now for our main event here, we have Novar Xanatrone going up against Miney. It'll be an interesting matchup to see what happens. No, this isn't a triple threat match. Unless Jarduk is going to be watching from the sidelines like everybody else. Must have been a glitch in the system there.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the men's undisputed universe.
This is going to be a title match for Miney. Interesting. Coming out first, he is our men's Master of Melee Championship. He has held this belt for a long time. The dreaded blacksmith himself, Cleric of the Forge, Novar Xanatrone. He is the Earth Genasi, expelled from his temple because he refused to use what he said were inferior materials in order to make the weapons that he was supposed to not only make, but bless as well, and he would not bless anything that was not up to his standards. Since then, he's carried a chip on his shoulders the size of a warhammer. And since joining Grappler's Keep, he has been a hammer inside the ring. Leader of the faction known as Team Chemo, along with Doxel Rusabin and Ben de Mustaine. Getting themselves set and ready to go. Another title defense for Novar. He knows Jarduk Munka has the men's bag of holding in his possession. But he's been a fighting champion all the way through. And here comes his opponent for the belt. Part of the three kobolds with the trench coat. It is Miney. Defeated Vin Blastim in a very impressive match at Dirty Deeds. And now has earned a shot at the Master of Melee Championship belt. Mo, the man in the trench coat, is not here tonight. Miney's on his own. He's accomplished enough that he's not always there for Miney's matches, but he serves his master and manager Mo like Eenie and Meanie do, trying to conquer the world for their master. His tag team, his brethren, the tag team partners Eenie and Meanie held the Knights of the Realm tag team belts. Is this the chance for Miney to finally wear championship gold around his waist? This is the belt they're competing for here tonight, everyone. That is the Master of Melee Men's Championship. Let's head right back down to ringside.
Introducing the challenger. From Avalon, weighing in at 150 pounds, Minor A.
As you can see, the kobolds aren't that well liked.
Weighing in at 265 pounds, the men's undisputed Universal Champion, the unrelenting Blacksmith.
All right. Holding that belt up proudly. He's had some tough challenges for his belt. I'm not sure where this is going to rank. We've learned over the past year or two never take the kobolds for granted. Looks like they're both set. There's the bell, and here we go. Novar goes right after Miney, not wasting any time. Strike there. Now collar elbow hookup. And now he's going to push Miney all the way into the corner. Ref forces a clean break. Now Novar comes in with a clean shot. Another straight shot. Miney not defending himself well. Down he goes. Leaping elbow drop by Novar. Big stomp to the arm. Elbow to the back. Now he flexes, and he's ready to pound the iron, it looks like. Collar elbow hook up again. Has him in a headlock. Cranking on him pretty good there. And now a nice little reversal there by Miney. Has Novar wrapped up pretty good. Novar trying to get free. As the Cobalt's trying to squeeze the air out. Rolls him over for a quick pin. But only a 1 count. A kick by Miney now has him up. Throws him up and over the ropes onto the Eldritch Blast safety mats. Lets out a war cry. Tries to get the crowd going on his side. Allowing Novar to come back in. But the Cobalt was ready. Chin drops him on the rope and down goes Novar again. This time Miney goes after him. Stomp onto the ankle. Flips him over. Grabs the leg and a stump puller. Miney's got to be careful. He cannot win the belt by a count out. Goes for tomahawk chop and misses. Novar comes back after him. Throws him back inside the ring. Yeah, you got to admire the tenacity of the Cobalts. And Enziguri out of nowhere by Miney. Leaping over the rope with a body splash. Into the ropes again. Hits the Cobalt drop again. And suddenly Miney's stringing some things together here on the champion. Wraps him up. Hard whip into the ropes. Leapfrogs over. Drops down. And a double stomp. Almost a Meteora, but it was all feet, no knees. Flips him over. Knee drop right to the back of the head. Measures him out. Drop kick that misses. Novar rolled out of the way in time on that one. Pulls him up. Whips Miney into the ropes. Power slam. Grabs the arm, holds it down. Big stomp on the hand, another big stomp. A third. Grabs the leg. Step over toe hold going here, cranking on the leg almost like a figure four. Now an elbow drop to that same knee. And now the ground and pound begins. Big stomp to the gut. Wait a minute, it's Jarduk Munka. He's coming in now with the bag of holding in the middle of the match. Cashing it in now. He's not going to wait. He doesn't care if there's a Cobalt in there. Or is this a conspiracy? Was he just using the Cobalt? There's the ring of the bell. Novar wastes no time. We now have a triple threat match here. Novar could lose the belt without losing the match now as the Cobalt wraps up Novar. Russian leg sweep. All Jarduk has to do is beat Miney, and he gets the belt. Great strategy, and now Novar wasting no time goes right after Jarduk. Some ground and pound there, big strike there. Miney coming back into the ring. Jarduk thrown out of the ring. Springboard bulldog by Miney. Takes advantage of the opportunity, but not even a 2 count. Jarduk back on his feet. Novar is not taking any chances. He's got the hammer, but Jarduk gets him first, throws him down in the corner. Now comes after Miney. Miney, however, whips him into the corner. Big stomp to the gut, another stomp to the gut. And there's Novar with the big uppercut. Big stomp there, Jarduk up to his feet. Big stomp to the arm, and now Jarduk hits the spear. Caught him by surprise, goes for the pin. But there's Miney there to break it up, pulls Jarduk up. Big series of strikes here. He wants that belt for himself. Hits him with a big kobold kick. Pulls him away from the corners. Novar watches. He knows he's got to be careful. And now he goes after Miney, scoops him up. Olympic slam, and now goes after Jarduk, but Jarduk hits him with the big strikes, wraps him up over the shoulder throw. Novar there in the corner. Jarduk running over, big running. Nope. Novar got the boot up on Jarduk, but here comes Miney. Hits him with the slam. Jarduk misses with the boot. Novar pushes him off, and now Miney taking advantage, but no, Jarduk interferes. Hits the watch me fly onto Jarduk. Goes for the pin, but Novar's there for the save. Novar gets his strike in. Lifts him up over the shoulder throw. Now goes after Jarduk. Ground and pound. And hits the forge hammer out of nowhere on the kobold, but instead goes for the pin on Jarduk. But only a 2 count. He focuses on his worst enemy. Jarduk's ready though. Dragon screw reversal is now Miney gets to his feet. Novar is rolled out. Jarduk all over Miney right now. Novar in need of a quick recovery. Springboard Superman punch onto Miney. Novar struggling to get to his feet. Jarduk going up top. Novar seeing what's happening. Double stomp, but Novar's right there. Has Jarduk by the back of the head. But nope, Jarduk's working his way free. Miney needs to get back on his feet if he wants any chance for this belt. Drops down. Oh, Superman punch there by Jarduk. Hooks the leg. Miney nowhere in sight. But Novar kicks out. Miney goes up top rope. Body splash, misses everybody. Jarduk pulls Novar up, and now Miney interferes. Has Jarduk by the back of the head. Brings him to the ropes. Gonna whip him across. Leaps over again, and a nasty uppercut. Now a big stomp by Novar, taking advantage. Elbow drop to the leg. Has the leg split. Stomp on the solar plexus, walks over him. And now here's Jarduk back. Hits him with the big stripe, wraps him up. Looks like he's gonna go for the retro rocket. No, go to sleep instead. Miney not responding. 1, 2, but no, Novar kicks out. Miney comes after Jarduk, drop kick to the back. Jarduk rolling to the corner. Miney waiting there for him, big strike. Puts him up, top rope. Another big strike, goes up. Wouldn't look like he was going for Hurricane Rana, but Jarduk headbutted him instead, kicks. And a knee strike from the top, from the ropes. Rolls him over. Novar sees the count, 1, 2. But no, the kobold kicks out. Drop kick to the back by Novar. Miney watching as Novar goes after Jarduk. Miney gets himself ready. Tries a drop kick that misses. Novar on top of him, whips him into the ropes. Big elbow shot there. Now goes back to Jarduk. Step over toe hold, twisting on that knee. Miney recovering outside the ring. Elbow drop there. And now some ground and pound by Novar. Big stomp to the gut again. Flips him over. Has him up. Knee breaker now. Miney's coming back in. Jarduk's back up. Rolls him over. Headlock as Miney watches. Waiting. Doing a smart move, waiting for the opportunity. Novar rolls free. Miney went for a drop kick, but missed, unfortunately. Ripcord into a lariat by Jarduk, and now Jarduk goes after Miney. Series of blows. Knee to the jaw. Miney striking back. And now Miney's getting into a punching match with Jarduk Monka. You gotta admire the resolve of Miney, knowing he's being used as a pawn in this match. but he refuses to go down, and here comes Novar to break up the fight. Novar setting him up. Brings him around. Hits the anvil, but Miney breaks it up. He wants that belt for himself. Big strike there. Wraps him up from behind. Elbow, forearm to the back. Hard whip into the corner. Strike there. Now he's going to go after Jarduk. Get a strike in on him. Bounces him into the corner. Forearm to the back. Now he goes to Novar. Pulls him out. Bounces him into the corner. Pulls him out. And throws him hard into the ring post. And now goes after Jarduk. Gets him in the back. Bounces him into the corner. Pulls him out. Hits him with a quick kick after Jarduk gets baited into the turnbuckle, but now gets a boot instead. And now the forehammer out of nowhere on Jarduk. Hooks the leg. Is this going to be it? And somehow, some way, Novar Xanatrone retains the Master of Melee Championship. Jarduk had it all planned out, but I think using the Kobold for interference came back to bite him in the butt, literally, as Miney showed that he wanted that belt just as badly as Jarduk did. That is probably his toughest defense yet. So it makes you wonder, can anyone take Novar down? And is that why Jarduk has recruited the new member of the Triangle, Rulem? No kidding. Jarduk and Miney are now enemies. That was a classic match for the ages, everyone. That had to be. Novar stole that win from Miney. Miney had a shot at it. He was not far away from getting the victory in that one here. He might have just earned himself a clean title shot in the future, I've got to say. But that brings us to the end of our show tonight. So, again, apologize for the issues we had with the transmission of the signal and all that. I don't know if it's something on my end or if it's something on my carrier's end or whose end it was. But yeah, Novar, this is some title reign he's got going here. So, schedule from our further schedule events are Monday will be family night at the Emporium, as my daughter and I will be starting a new game as we completed the House of Tesla last week or earlier this week on Monday. So we will start a new game this coming Monday. Wednesday will be the weekly Skyrim serial, as I am still trying to find my way home out of Tamriel. We just completed a nice little adventure looking into my companion Lydia and housecarl Lydia's past. Going after the going after the guy responsible for the death of her father and her mother, and she was able to avenge that death herself. So then we'll resume my quest to get home free. Mixed up names again? I don't think so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you did or not, Krellin. I'm not sure where your mind was on that. Although I gotta say, Miney showed himself to be quite good. Some great matches there tonight. Great way to come back in after a short 2-week layoff after our PLE. So, in 5 shows from now, we'll have 5 more other shows. Then we will have our Fiendish Stockade, which is our version of Hell in a Cell. And then we'll have we got some good rivalries going on right now. Again, welcome again to our new manager, Grandmaster Krellin. There along with Komona. We'll be back here with more action here next week. So if you want to help support this channel, you're supporting it right now by watching us, whether you're catching us live, you're catching us in VOD on Twitch, or if you're catching us on as video on YouTube. If you're catching us on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, give us a like here on this. We deeply and give us some watches of the stuff there. We would deeply appreciate that. Other ways you can support is obviously, besides watching, you can subscribe to the channel. Tier 1, you get to be a manager like Wandering Silence or Krellin or Praxagora Thesmophora. You didn't see her in action tonight. She'll probably be on next week. Tier 1, you get to be a manager of a singles wrestler or a tag team. If you go to Tier 2, you'll create your own faction, your own group of wrestlers, whatever combination of the lady or male wrestlers that you'd like. If you go all the way up to Tier 3, you will become a full-fledged wrestler within Grapplers. Keep taking on all of our role-playing characters that are here wrestling right now. Yeah, Miney was owning them pretty good. Near the end, it must have been fatigue catching up to him because he was trying to set up for some of his closing shots and all that, and he was just, I think, so worn out from having to go against 2, or maybe a little bit confused on which one to go after, that he started missing his shots there, unfortunately. If he had hit 1 or 2 of those, maybe we would have a new champion. So those are the ways you can support it. You can support us. We have merchandise available. You can go to our link there that's been showing up on our shop at Fourth Wall. We have t-shirts, we have hats, we have insulated cups and the foam koozies for your cans and bottles. We have stickers and stuff like that as well. So please check us out there. If you are in need of a custom game screen for your home RPG game, I make custom GM screens. The link is there right now on our Etsy site. Other ways you can help, you can join along with us is we have a Discord. You can join us there. We have sections to talk about all the different games we have going on there. We have sections for you to show off all your creative endeavors. So my voice is going out a little bit. Your creative endeavors. But we also have a special section there called the Prayer Closet. Here in this household, we deeply believe in the power of prayer. We know that it's real. We know that it's powerful. We know that it works. We've seen it time and time again with our family and our friends. So if you would like that kind of spiritual support, please place your prayer request in the Prayer Closet, and we will be praying for you. This isn't just a thoughts and prayers and nothing happens. After that, I keep a list on Evernote so I know who's on the list and keeping track on how God answers things. So please take advantage of that if you'd like that kind of spiritual support. If it's something that's kind of personal and kind of private and you don't want all the internet knowing about it, just use the praying hands emoji. We'll take that as what we call an unspoken request, which means God knows what it is. You know what it is. We don't know, but we don't have to know every nitty-gritty detail. All we need to know is that the need is there, and we'll be praying for you just as hard as if we know what was actually going on. So please, if you'd like that kind of spiritual support, please take advantage of that and do so. So let's see who is available to raid tonight. Let's take a look on the list here. All right, it's showing me all these WWE people here. We'll see if we have anybody that we know, per se. First, let's go see the people that we're following so we can share our love back and forth. Let's see. Black Phoenix, Always Vain, Madame Gando. Okay, so let us go visit. We've got Erica versus the World going on Always Vain's channel, a person that we've rated before. We will go ahead and raid. We'll go ahead and raid her again here tonight. So, because I don't see Prax anywhere. Nope, I don't see her. So, let's go ahead and raid Always Vain. 49. So, Until next time, everyone, may green be the grass below you, may blue be the sky above you, may straight be the path before you, and warm be the hearts that love you. Good night, everybody.
It is the best Twitch channel that is secretly an old-timey ice cream parlor on either side of the Mississippi, or the Rockies. And you should hear about the specials. Monday nights is Bonnie's Bonbons, cream extravaganza with all the float sodas and sundaes you can shake a stick at. I can shake a stick at quite a lot of Sundays, but there is also a Fudge Rodin Sunday special on Tuesdays, and the famous 1, 2, 3 parfait on Wednesdays, where wrestlers meet up in the squared circle to work out their differences with some healthy wrestling-style fisticuffs. It is all good, clean fun. Hawkeye's old-time gaming emporium. Their milkshakes bring all the gamers to the yard, and their content is more exciting than any Nickelodeon. Take your horse and buggy to their address, twitch.tv/KY Hawkeye.
This has been a Diet Water production.